Federal government scientists are using ants in Kakadu National Park to help gauge whether the Ranger uranium mine has been properly rehabilitated. The idea is to track how quickly ant populations return to the site after Rio Tinto completes its 5-year rehabilitation operations once the mine winds up in January. But there's concern about whether Rio Tinto will fund long-term monitoring of the site.
Rio Tinto has committed to rehabilitating the Ranger mine to a state similar to the surrounding Kakadu National Park, and ants have a big part to play.
We compare the types of ant species that are occurring at the rehabilitated site with those that are expected to occur in unmined areas, and the difference gives us an indication of how well that site has been restored.
The company says its rehabilitation work on the Ranger mine site will be complete within 5 years. But scientists say it will take decades before it's able to be assessed whether the ecosystem has returned to what it once was.
Issues like the solutes moving in groundwater from the rehabilitated landform, the peaks from those will probably be over 50 to 100 years or so.
Independent scientists and Aboriginal traditional owners are satisfied Rio Tinto has committed $743 million to rehabilitation, but they're worried there's been no firm commitment to monitor whether that's succeeded.
There's no real clarity on exactly what the financial mechanisms will be beyond 2026, how we fund the ongoing monitoring and maintenance.
Rio Tinto has told the ABC it's allocated about $20 million for monitoring beyond 2026.
The science that they've done so far, the planning that they've done has been good. It's been more than adequate. The timeline is not adequate.
Traditional owners are also concerned. Rio Tinto wants to withdraw its funding for the federal government's monitoring of Rangers rehab.
The fact that this is occurring so late in the piece, some 70 or so days before the cessation of operations, is troubling.
The federal government says it will push the company to fund long-term monitoring.
I expect them to do whatever they need to do at this point in time to fulfil their obligations, because those are obligations that I'm determined to hold them to.